INFJs want to meet everyone's emotional needs, yet because of all the bad energy around us, we sometimes feel as like we're drowning. I've always had strong compassion for other people. I frequently experience pain as though I am the one who is being harmed when someone is hurt, whether physically or mentally. Sincerity dictates that I don't enjoy that sensation. Imagine being inundated with bad news 24 hours a day. These aren't the only sources of stress I experience. I experience difficulties as a human being too. I experience tension and worry about my own things. I eventually felt like I was going crazy from all the negativity in my head because I had problems breathing, a rapid heartbeat, and trembling hands. I experienced severe anxiety attacks as a result of all the negative energy, other people's stress and pain that I was absorbing. I thought it was a burden on me to be able to feel other people's pain so intensely since I didn't know why I was like way. That is, until I took a Myers-Briggs personality test and learned that I am an INFJ. It turns out that the majority of INFJs are highly sensitive individuals, and because of our fervor and intense need to connect with others, we could unintentionally absorb their emotions. Nevertheless, it can feel like we're drowning when so many emotions are thrown at us. We might deal with whatever is thrown at us and seem as though nothing is wrong since we are unable to adequately express our overwhelming emotions to others. I found this challenging. I cried many nights over issues that other people were facing, including my friends, relatives, those who were suffering as seen on the news, and even complete strangers I passed on the street. It would negatively impact my employment, relationships, and general quality of life for days or even weeks at a time. It would make me less motivated to do anything. I was aware that I had to take action to solve this issue. I couldn't allow my emotions rule my life and be pessimistic all day. I therefore began to hunt for strategies to regain control over my life, and I succeeded in doing so. If you're struggling like I did, dear INFJ, I hope these tips may also be helpful to you. Additionally, this guidance will be helpful even if your personality type is not INFJ. How to handle negative emotions if you're an INFJ. 1. Find a healthy approach to express any feeling you are experiencing, whether it is anger, sadness, or disappointment. Don't make an effort to control your bad feelings. Accept things as they are and take the necessary steps to let them out in a healthy way. INFJs and extremely sensitive individuals may find this challenging because we care deeply about other people's feelings. We don't want people to suffer from or be bothered by our feelings. Instead of alerting others to our downward spiral and causing them worry, we would prefer to handle all the unpleasantness on our own. This is undoubtedly unhealthy practice because suppressed emotions will eventually explode. Even depression and anxiety can result from suppressed emotions. I experienced what happened. Find a healthy approach to express any feeling you are experiencing, whether it be grief, disappointment, or rage. Find a means to express yourself even if you don't wish to influence other people. Try outlining your thoughts on some loose leaf paper, then discarding it. Write it down, shout it into a room full of silence, or cry all you want. Speak to a trusted friend if you have one who is prepared to listen. 2. Identify the owner of the feelings, and if they are not yours, ask them to leave. The benefit of understanding other people's feelings is that it frequently makes our friends and family feel understood and comfortable after speaking with us. We are aware of how to comfort them and, perhaps more crucially, how not to do it. The drawback is that we may end up feeling the same amount of tension as other people because we are so emotionally and cognitively drained by their anguish. Even worse, we can mistakenly think that others' feelings are the same as our own. I frequently ponder the question, am I depressed because of what happened to me? Or am I irritated because other people are depressed? Setting boundaries is the answer in this case. It's okay to support and console a buddy in need. However, you must be honest about the feelings you experience along the journey. Start by recognizing your emotions and clarifying the reasons behind them. Identifying your emotions is a simple practice you may do to do this. Record your feelings and the reasons behind them in writing. You are free to be as detailed as you like when describing your feelings and what you have seen, heard, or done that has caused you to feel this way. If you are feeling these feelings, let them out as necessary. As stated in the first sentence, you can let go of a negative emotion by simply asking it to go away if it belongs to someone else. Sounds too easy, don't you think? It truly does work. Simply say, "I feel you, and I realize you feel horrible," to the emotion you wish to let go of. I'm allowed to feel this way. However, since I didn't cause this feeling, I'll be fine. If you're ready, you can leave right now. Take a break if you're feeling too stressed to let go of the negative. When you feel your emotional energy drained, learn to say no. Take a break from the news and social media. After your break, you can resume your role as the INFJ who listens and understands. 3. Develop the practice of meditation. Simply 5 minutes each day of deep breathing. Stress reduction, anxiety management, and emotional well-being are all benefits of meditation. It can be one strategy for calming your mind and regaining your inner vitality. Starting off with meditation doesn't take much work or special equipment. Anywhere, at any time, you can effortlessly meditate. Deep breathing is one of the simplest forms of meditation. Simply set aside 5 to 15 minutes each day. Locate a quiet area to unwind and practice. Then you can begin your breathing meditation, depending on your preference. You may close your eyes or keep them open. Take a minimum of 3 deep breaths through your nose and hold them for an additional 2 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for at least 4 seconds after that. If you'd like, you can perform this exercise a few times. After that, gradually switch to natural breathing. Using your nose to breathe is recommended if your nasal passages are clear. Either keep your mouth shut or open just a little bit. Keep awareness while allowing your body, breath, and mind to be as they are during meditation. 4. If necessary, get expert assistance. I am familiar with how it feels to be mentally worn out as a result of absorbing other people's negative energy. I never turned my back on them when they needed to express their emotions because I wanted to support my friends and family when they were under pressure. Even when I was stressed and frustrated, I was always the patient one who was there to console them. I recognized I couldn't continue like this when I felt like my own feelings were being suppressed. I visualized myself drinking water from a cup. I was so full of water that I was hardly able to maintain my composure. However, others kept adding more and more water, and my cup eventually overflowed. I continually had water spilling out of me like a cup. I started to feel out of control emotionally. Simple things easily set me off. When others asked me to listen, I began to become impatient. Sometimes I would overreact to a friend's distressing event because I couldn't keep my composure. I then began to feel anxious because I was afraid of accidentally hurting their feelings. I was also depressed because I wanted to be there for my friends and family when they needed encouragement and support, but I was no longer able to meet those needs. I looked up psychotherapists when I recognized I wanted to make a change and scheduled an appointment. I am happy I did. My therapist helped me escape my negative cycle by presenting me with an alternative viewpoint that I had never considered. I also picked up some helpful methods for improving my emotional control. Consider contacting a therapist or coach for assistance if you've tried everything you've learned from books or articles, but are still having trouble. Although the service will cost money, think of it as an investment in your happiness and well-being. Although your INFJ personality's high level of sensitivity may at times feel like a burden, you'll realize how powerful you are once you learn to control your emotions.